Good morning, good to see you. So I thought I'd share with you today, my husband is singing in the background, some plants around my area, some trees and shrubs around my area, and maybe share with you some of the terms that we as gardeners use to distinguish some of these plants. So I'll take you along for a little walk and give you a little synopsis of some of these plants. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we have a typical Preston Lilac, and how I can tell that is a few things. The leaf is kind of thick, and it's not really that shiny. And then here, what we look for too as well is a bud, just one single bud. I don't know if you can see it. Let's take a look. So here you can see is a lilac panicle, and these individual fruits are called capsules. When they start green and they turn to brown. They have about 4 seeds in each. Kind of cool, hey? And so if you're confused about what's a lilac and you're walking around your area, just look up. I think that's the most important thing I learned when looking at trees and shrubs, is that, well, mostly trees, is that you need to look up to see them. So if you look up on this one, like even next door, I don't know if you can see, there's a whole bunch of panicles. Let's get a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see that with a shade. Yeah, so now I just wanted to show you the difference between the Preston Lilac, which was I just showed you, and the common lilac. So if you look at the common lilac here, you can see the leaves a little more shiny and more heart-shaped. And in the winter you'll be able to tell this more, but it actually has 2 buds at the end. See if we can get a focus. Yeah, so they'll swell up during the fall and winter and over the winter season. So this is why you only want to cut your lilacs directly after they flower, because what you're going to be doing is cutting off the flowering bud. So only after they flower, directly after they flower, do you want to cut them back and trim them and shape them. So yeah, those will get bigger during the season. So there's the lilac. Okay, let me show you what else. Oh, interesting fact, if you look, these are single leaves, single leaf arrangement. And this is another thing that we look for when we're looking for leaf arrangement on a tree or shrub or perennial, is, do you see these stems here? These are called petioles, these little guys here. They're in opposite arrangement. So sometimes you'll have alternate arrangements. So the stem, the petiole will be here, and then here, and then, you know, just kind of crisscrossing, going back and forth. So in this case, we can see that it's opposite. So that's also one of the things we distinguish plants by, is how they are arranged on the stem. Let's see. Oh, there's another. See? They're opposite. Yeah. Okay, let's find some more plants. Okay, so here's a cotoneaster. It's a little bit in rough shape. But we were just talking about opposite arrangements. On this cotoneaster, you can see that it's in alternate arrangement. So do you see how they're alternating on the stem there? It's fairly clearly alternating and not directly opposite. So that's one distinguishing feature of the cotoneaster. Some people say cotton Easter, but it's cotoneaster is how I say it, is that kind of herringbone pattern of the leaf. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Okay, here's another something for you. So here we've got a green ash, Fraxinus pennsylvanica. So you can tell it's green ash, like, because it's got this kind of gnarly bark right in here, kind of gnarly. So you can see these single stem Samaras here, right here, and they each hold a seed. This is a female tree. So they have a female and a male tree, and the female holds the seed. So that's a single seed, and they flip around, and that's how they sow their seeds. It has a very brown bud here. You can see that. So there's the petiole. Here's the leaflets, and you can see there's no buds at any of these points here, 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 but only here. Wow, look at all these Manitoba maples here. Let's get close. Here we have a shoot of a Manitoba maple, and you can kind of see it, that it's got the bloom on it. It's got a white film on it. That's what really distinguishes a Manitoba maple, one of the things. There's a compound arrangement there. You can see there's the petiole, kind of reddish, but there's the bloom. Very distinctive. You see here it's more clear that the petiole is red. Very clear. And then there's that bloom again. I've had some double-winged Samaras on this maple tree. Female. Double-winged Samaras. They're quite a bit larger than the Acerginata. The Acerginata, you can get a close-up on the leaf here. Double-winged Samaras. Single leaf arrangement. So you see single leaf arrangement. So it's just got one leaf. Where the Manitoba, if you saw that, it has a compound leaf arrangement. This has a simple leaf arrangement. There we go. This has some chlorosis, so you can see the yellowing of the leaf and the veins popping out. And it is coloring up, so in the fall it's going to color up red. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to look beautiful in the fall. Okay. So here you can see an American mountain ash, Sorbus americana. So it has again the compound leaflets. The petiole is red, and the bud, if you feel it, bud here, it's sticky. So that's how you can tell it's Americana. The bark is kind of red, and the palm, the fruit, hangs. You can see that in a quorum shape. So again, we're at my neighbor's yard, and I just wanted to show you this Sorbus acuparia, which is the mountain ash. Can you see that? Let's see. Oof. Can you see that's a hairy bud there? It's kind of fuzzy. That means this is a European mountain ash. That's kind of cool, hey? Hairy. European. Okay, and here we've got the Japanese lilac. It's the only tree. It is the last to bloom, Syringa reticulata. And you can see it has big panicles at the top. Let's see if we can get closer. So I don't want to step on this guy's lawn. Let's see if we can get closer. There's lenticels, just little scratches in the bark. Those are breathing holes. Okay, here's an example in my garden of a Myers dwarf lilac. Now this has been grafted on a standard, right in here, grafted, and I've pruned it back so it has somewhat of a decent shape, and it's going in a little bit, and you can see little tiny panicles. There's the tiny one. Hopefully you can see that with the light. I'll just put that different shape. Yeah. Big difference in leaf shape and size. An interesting thing to know about lilacs is if you want a succession of blooms. Sorry, there's a car going by. The Myers will bloom first. The Myers will bloom first. The common will bloom second, or the vulgaris. The third that will bloom next is the Preston lilacs, and then the fourth that will bloom last is the Japanese lilacs, or the reticulata. So if you want a succession, aim for those four. Hey guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you learned some new gardening terms. You knew these trees and you were like, Lisa, you forgot a whole bunch of information about it. There's tons of information on these trees, but hopefully a little synopsis of each one. Until the next time, bye.